WJBW is made possible by sausage. Stick one in your mouth.
I hear a little bit of feedback in the mic.
These charges are not mine.
Hey, welcome to the JBW Web DBWDD.com or RevShow.com. Oh, yes! Fucking asinine.
Can you give me a massage? I love you.
Holla at you. Ow! Ooh, girl.
Seriously.
Hello, Papa.
Some shit like that. You gotta do the Rocky Mountain High.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck with. Boy. Ain't everybody getting Rocky Mountain High?
WJBW. What's up? Welcome back, babies and gentlemen. WJBW Network's proud to present the JB Rev Show. Every week we get together, talk with talented people. This week the Rev is out. I got John Jennings coming over, sitting in here, and that's kind of my whole deal. I'm going to open things up for you, let you know exactly what we got going down today, because as always, we talk with talented people. This week, excited to have Nikki Namdar. Oh, wait. How could I get that wrong? Namdar. Oh, my gosh. Well, that's good, because she is with Orlando Vegan and Central Florida Veg Fest 2017. That's the Orlando Festival Park, right in the Milk District there. So she's going to talk with us about those couple of things, get some insight about her. If you want to try to move away from animals and go vegan, we got some insight there. And on 8 o'clock hour coming up, it's Jessica Mariko from DRIP. So stoked to have this great little lineup because that's what we want to keep doing, is shining a light on badass people working hard to do great things. And I love that both of these efforts are really designed to be good for you. You know what DRIP is? You ever go there? DRIP? Huh, it's awesome. Okay, let's get everybody acclimated into what we're doing here. And I am at Radio JB Web on the Twitter. You can chat live with us during Spreaker. I think it's working. Last week we had some technical difficulties, so I apologize there for you. But needless to say, we persevere on through the thick, through the thin days, through the lean days. We keep pressing on. So this is our 8th season of producing original content centered out of Orlando, Florida. Started out with an audio-video kind of approach, and I don't know, maybe we'll go back to something like that. I love to see all of the technology and the growth of it, and Orlando is booming for technology and growth, so it's a good place to be. Anyway, okay, all right, we're going to go into a little bit of something light, give you a little sorbet before this edition. I'll welcome John Jennings in the studio here and get him all set up. And then come back 7:30 chat with Nikki and 8 o'clock call with Jessica. Hang tight, it's going to be a fun show. What's the number? It's 407-906-9328. That's our back studio line. I'm going to fire up the phone lines after the 8 o'clock hour there, so you might be able to sneak one in. You might. I don't know.
Yes, I do, man.
We know what you're doing. Okay. Enjoy. This is Paulo Graffia. WJBW, Orlando, Florida. The first quasi-radio web show.
Wow. Yeah.
Hey, what's up? Back with you. Turn that down a little bit. Got a little bit of internal scenarios that I can't really share with you, but things are moving forward. Anyway, I had this all planned to have my buddy John Jennings sitting in here and talking with me a little bit. He plays guitar. He was in a band a while ago. Anyway, he's things are moving in that direction. Nevertheless, the show must go on, and I thought, hey, I'll just kind of open up the mic and pop the mic, because that is what the raw effort of we do every single week is really the essence of that, is that nervous energy and having to talk and having to do something. You find, I especially try to prepare for those kind of situations. So in saying that, let me see if I can pull up this voicemail from Jeffro. I guess he went to 1010 Fest, and today's 1010. So there you go, if you're into numbers or whatever. Where's it at? Is this it? All right, let's try it.
Hey, JB and the Reverend, what's up? This is Jeffro calling in to give you my itinerary today, which is I'm at 1010 Fest.
Yes.
At 1010 Virginia Drive. 10 bands, $10.
Right.
Playing till 10 p.m.
this weekend.
That's right, boys and girls. It's all about the 10 tonight.
What's up with him?
And I want to bring your attention.
Okay, attention. I get it.
This is really going off. There's a lot of bands, 10 bands. The bartenders are
He's using
really,
10, and I get it.
Pouring it out. They're tenacious music.
Okay.
Dude is flute 10 free. And it's consistent.
Okay. That's great.
So,
this is what I had planned.
Come on out, man. There's a lot of tender-hearted people out here.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I can't wait to get my tentacles on some of the top 10 ladies out here.
Okay, where's he going? Jeffro. All right, thank you.
I give it a total of 10 stars because it's really going up. Scott Matthew's going to be up in like 10 minutes.
Okay.
And it's going to be intense. The intensity is just going off.
Thank you. Okay. Why are you clapping for him again?
10.
All right.
I do, man.
Can I press this?
Most people have been trying for years to get rid of my ass.
At any rate, there you go. Oh, thank you, Jeffro. He's still on. We love you, buddy. That was awesome. Thank you. That was a comprehensive report. Yes.
1010 Virginia Drive.
Thank you.
Love you guys. Peace out.
He rocks. Thank you, sir. Okay. So that was his full. Is he still going? No, that was his full message. Okay, there you go. And you can always leave a message if you want. It's 407-906-9328. It's like treat it like it's the early 90s, and you can leave us a voicemail, and we might air it on this program. That would do. Go back into some music. Let me do a little more prepping. It's WJBWnetworks.com, the JB Rev Show. We're not going to talk about any politics or any business or favoritism, any kneeling or anything like that. That's not what we do here. Every week we talk with talented people, make sure that we are focused on bringing attention to what the hell they're doing, because a lot of the times people bust their ass and don't necessarily get I don't know if anybody gets everything that they deserve, and in some cases what? Okay. Enjoy. First Blush, Dream, the JB Rev Show.
You have wasted all your
WJBW.
You don't want the electronics are so predominant that people would really prefer that.
Welcome back. WJBWnetworks.com. That's the primary site. It is the JB Rev Show. We do it every week to focus on talented people. We love the fact that there's a creative city here in Orlando, and each week we talk with the talented people that are doing something. And this week, you definitely no exception. In studio, good longtime buddy of mine, a super talented guy over there. It is Mr. John Jennings. We got him in. How you doing?
Woo! I'm good.
What's up, brother? It's great to see you. You're looking great.
I'm still
like
alive.
An Abercrombie model or something like that.
No,
how do you do it?
I can't afford actual shirts that are like my adult size. Okay. So it's just the same shirts from high school.
Oh, that's what it is. Maybe. Okay. Well, you're looking good over there, buddy. How the hell are you doing?
I'm hanging.
It's been a long time. Now you were in a band. You were in a band quite a while ago, and I wanted to kind of talk a little bit about that. But you brought your beautiful girlfriend here, and introduce yourself. Hello. What is your name?
Hey everyone, I'm Trisha.
Hey Trisha. All right, so that's good. And you are actually a vegan.
Yes,
I heard.
I am.
Okay, so we'll talk with you a little bit later about that, because at 7:30 or so we've got someone calling in, Nikki Namdar. That is. Orlando Vegans. Have you ever heard of them?
Yeah.
No, you have? Mm-hmm. Oh, see? Okay, so good.
So now we have a professional opinion.
You said later there was even a connection to Drip.
I know Eddie Matta, who was
look at that.
He was in a band, one of my favorite bands, and they kind of started in like Mary area, but he's been in quite a lot of. He's probably one of my favorite drummers out of the whole Orlando scene area from back in the day. Yeah. But yeah, he's part of Drip, and he does the drum stuff.
They do live music out there, and then it's very interactive.
Andy Warhol.
The dancers are just phenomenal. So Jessica Mariko is going to speak with us at 8 o'clock, so I'm stoked about that. But let's go back. What was it? Hero's Fate?
Yes.
I think was the group that you
you
guys were pretty. Yeah, you guys were pretty well received, and that could have been kind of you had a different road to take a little bit. You had a challenge there and saying, "Hey, I want to do this." Even so, give us some color around that, and maybe talk, if you would, a little bit about kind of the scenario. And not to say one person's this or that, but your scenario. You were so young, and you got this great opportunity. So peel us into that, man. I'd love to hear it.
Well, basically, you go out there and you play music, and everybody wants to get out of state. Everybody wants to tour out of state. Everybody wants to get part of it, but same time you put your friends together, and then you get out there, and it's just crazy because you start to get to play different places you've never been before, but there's a lot of challenges along the way with it, because like I've been putting bands together since I was like 17.
Yeah, everybody's hoping for success, but then when it all of a sudden is there and it happens, it's kind of like, what?
When you got to leave your safety net at like your local job, and then you're like, well, my girlfriend's gonna be mad, or like yada yada. And it's funny because there's a catch-22 with people like your girlfriend's like, oh, you're gonna have like girls all over you, and then you go to the shows and the girls are like, oh, he's probably got girls all over him, and then no one wants you.
Yeah, the proverbial non-existent girls are all over you.
So you're ultimately alone, and you're hoping to get laundry done and not eat dry foods again, and be in a van with a bunch of dudes that smell bad.
Okay, that's a little. All right, so you so you guys, but you guys had some fame though. You guys kind of how'd you bubble into that?
Well, we just kind of kept pushing that to
a hero's fate,
right?
Is that right? Okay, so
and then it was a lot. I still love that they're still doing stuff. They just played. I left because my father was sick, and I had to kind of take care of that situation, and but I left about 4 years ago. But they got some side projects they're working on here and there. But long story short, like they did play one of the opener bands for this Orlando Warped Tour. So they did do that.
So they're still
they got a battle of the bands they did with the Ernie Ball.
So you started with them, and then kind of decided, hey, that's not I don't want to follow that path.
Oh, I love them to death. I love all those guys. Like I'm so happy that that they're still doing anything. I mean, I've been doing a little band called March on to April on the side. So it's been a lot of fun. I was just
about to ask you, are you still playing? You're still
we're trying to.
What's your band called?
March on to April.
March on to April.
So we're on Facebook.
Very forward, progressive band, I guess.
We're February, then December. Didn't sound as cool. Right. So
what?
There was a couple of cool T-shirt ideas. I wanted to have basically the Easter Bunny getting beat up by the
what was the second one called?
With a February before April?
No, is that what you were going to say? What happened to March?
No, March on to April. No,
has anybody seen May? What's going on?
That would be such an emo name ever, like May, June, July.
Yeah,
no,
really? That would be too kitschy. But now, do you play? Are you singing as well?
I do some backup vocals, but mainly just songwriting and guitar playing.
Well, good.
And so we're trying to track some people as well at the studio. We got some people we do voiceover work for.
Yeah. Now that the world's changed, you don't have to acquiesce to this hot van with all these smelly people, and schlubbing around the country. You'd still have to do that, I guess. But that's what's cool about the internet is you can kind of have that little springboard. You ever hear of this internet there, Sonny?
No. You just put it out there, and the whole world.
You gotta get you Facebook. Huh.
I remember MySpace. I'm old.
Yeah,
I'm 30 now.
Yeah,
I feel mentally about 36.
Okay, you feel older.
The mental mileage is rough.
I gotcha. Well, you're still here locally, right?
I'm stuck financially in Florida. Yes.
No, don't say that. Come on. I can't leave.
I can't leave. I can't afford to leave.
I'm on probation for my bank account. Okay. No. Well, you're still doing stuff. That's where I wanted to go with it. You're still making music. You're still kind of putting together.
I've been putting bands together since I was like 16, 17. I'm always trying to get people to just. Instead of just, I have nothing against electronic music and rap music. That stuff's cool. I love that people do that. And that's cool because you can do a lot of that on a 1 to 2 person kind of project. Right. But I just miss seeing real instruments and stuff like that. And just real deal, kids just having fun playing instruments. I would hope that doesn't die with this generation.
No, I know.
It's a bummer.
I think what you're saying is to a degree right because everything becomes so easy. You can make a little song on GarageBand without picking up an instrument. And whether it's good or bad, that's another question. But I think you're right. That tactile sense of being able to build something or do something or fix something that's inherent to our nature as humans. I think.
Right. I think a lot of people are afraid that
I hope that never goes away.
They're just like, oh, we'll put a band together.
There's a maker fair.
Yeah, and then people put bands together now, and they're like, they're too busy, or they just can't financially afford it, or they're just like they end up sounding like everybody else. And they just kind of copycat everybody else or become a cover band. But some people make a lot of money off doing covers. It's a good thing. Yeah.
I know when I was growing up in Daytona, they had, Big Wide World or some cover band, and that's all they did was like play these covers. And they had 1 or 2 original songs, and they got hundreds of dollars, but
yeah. But sometimes you go and you're like,
the
oh
rocking
man, you
cover
were
band.
botching that
Feels
Tom
like a
Petty
movie.
cover. That's sad.
Oh.
No, don't do that. Not
sometimes
now.
you don't do something justice if it's done. If it's
But
done
sometimes you hear a
in
cover
an ill
like
fashion.
As a kid, I liked Aerosmith's version of "Come Together." I think it's a great Beatles cover.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there you go. I mean, there's people. I think I saw today some French lady was doing a cover of some Rolling Stones song or something like that. I forget what it was. I don't know. I forget. I don't know. Speaking with John Jennings, so I appreciate you coming in here, brother. Thanks for opening up your soul a little bit there with us. I always appreciate that. You're a great guy, and I definitely want nothing but the best for you, man. And keep doing music. Keep us looped in. Yeah. Even if we were going to have you bring your guitar over here before the hurricane. Now we had this whole thing planned, and we were going to do this whole thing, and then it turned out the hurricane just smashed that idea.
Hurricane
so
Irma
I'm glad.
Took away my acoustic.
Yeah.
Well, no. Go to a pawn shop,
No. Oh, no. We need the music. But you were able to come in now and sit in for the Rev, so I appreciate that, man.
But I could totally do an acoustic.
We'll
do funny songs.
You'll have to come back.
We'll do funny songs.
We'll have to come back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll let you talk now.
Well, there will be there will be a lot. There will be a lot that we could do because
I can do like fun what
are you talking
intros.
about? Like what kind of song are you talking about?
Like we can just do fun just like current event songs, just like random like Fly the Concorde type stuff.
Fly the Concorde.
Yeah.
That
fun.
is good
fun.
stuff. Like
because my project
Tenacious D.
You're right. John Gant and I, the other guitar player singer from March on to April, we were going to do a project called Follow the Penguins.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, speaking with John Jennings, March after April, except after May. What's the name of your band again?
March on to April.
March on to April. All right, there you go.
Like
it's
a marching
suggestive, very literal. Let's bust into a little bit of music. Prep up for our 7:30 call. Johnny, I appreciate you hanging in here. Now we're going to speak. Now we've got the official Orlando Vegans founder calling. So I hope you'll have some questions prepared over there.
Okay, sounds
you
good.
will? All right, good. All right. Dig these sounds from Elvis Presley. We'll be right back.
I'm taking precious time. The serpent speaks all night. 7 stars align. Cherry, cherry high. Angel wings burst out my spine. My tears will turn to wine. A blaze surrounds the shrine. Cherry, cherry high. A car parked in the drive. Let me be your wife. Chewing on the rind. Cherry, cherry high. A tongue that no one will speak. My inhibition's getting weak. The shattered mirror shines. Cherry, cherry high. Purple guts torn from a bird. Have you read the word of Revelation 9? Cherry, high. Your forehead bears the sign of Baton. Twist your life as the poison comes alive. Cherry high.
WJBW, Orlando, Florida. The first quasi-radio web show.
Wow.
Yeah. All right, there it is. Welcome back, WJBWnetworks.com. What we do every week, promote talented people. Not that difficult of a concept, but on the line with us, I'm happy to introduce someone. Thank you for taking some time out. It's Nikki Namdar on our show. Welcome. How the heck are you doing?
Good. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, excellent. Most excellent. Founder of Orlando Vegans and main kind of one of the spokespeople for the Central Florida Veg Fest, which is coming up on the 28th. That's a cool event. And so thanks again for giving us time. Love to kind of bend your ear a little bit and get some advice and insight. Maybe first we go talk a little bit about how did you get involved with the Central Florida Veg Fest and give us some history around that event, because I think they're almost coming on a decade or something like that.
Yeah, this is the 12th annual Veg Fest. So it's been around for 12 years. I got involved a couple of years ago just because I've eaten every single thing that's vegan in Orlando. So they were just like, hey, be our food coordinator. So it just seemed right. I already had the connections. I've already eaten all the food. So it just worked out that way.
So you kind of got connected with them in the last few years, concurrent with your development of Orlando Vegans?
Yes, Orlando Vegans came about in like 2013. It was a class project, and I started to do meetups. And Veg Fest, the organization that puts on Central Florida Veg Fest, we decided to work together on a meetup and drew in such a big crowd. And we're just like, okay, yeah, we work well together. So we just decided to work together on Veg Fest and Earth Day too, so I became the food coordinator. Wow.
So now your involvement with that, you said that's something you kind of created in, maybe as a theory in a class or something?
Yeah, so I majored in English at UCF, and I took this marketing and writing class with Nathan Hollick. He's a great writer and professor, and he, was just like, choose something you're passionate about, write about it, and market it. And I was like, okay, well, I love food. I love being vegan. And Instagram seems like the best platform because, it's just a few words and I can jump from idea to idea rather than like WordPress or something where it's like 500 words. So, I did it for a class project, aced it, and then it just kind of blew up. And I met all these other vegans and tried new foods and started doing meetups, and it's been great.
How did your personal decision to choose veganism occur, and how many years ago was that? Kind of back in the school days as well, or how did that? Was that more of a hey, we grow up like this? Because I'll say, for whatever reason, I was raised to think macaroni and cheese out of a box was so delicious. It was so good. It's like all I had, little chicken nuggets and mac and cheese.
Well, no animals
but it's not
were
necessarily.
Hurt.
Yeah, no
animals were hurt to make mac and cheese, though. That's the difference.
Okay, well,
that's
what about that?
That's actually false.
Powdered
cows are actually hurt to make dairy. They're
milk. There is milk. There is dairy.
Yeah.
There's dairy.
You got the dairy and the butter.
It's a horrible industry,
and the cheese
but
powder.
no, I didn't grow up. I grew up in a Persian family where like there was like cow tongue and like fish with its eyeballs, and so I was always turned off by it. And
dolphin and whale.
When I was 14, I saw like PETA slaughterhouse videos and was like vegetarian for sure. And then in 2011, I started to learn more about the dairy industry, and I met Jane Velez Mitchell, who had a show on HLN. She was a reporter and an animal activist, and she was just persuading me to go vegan, saying it's healthier, it's better for you, it's better for the animals and the earth. And I was like, yeah, why not? It seems better. So just took off with it.
Well, isn't McDonald's going to do a vegan burger or something? Like they're
I
trying
saw
it in Finland.
Yeah,
you said
in Finland.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're trying that
if they
there
brought it
first.
here, I'd be a little hesitant to try it, but I probably would give it a shot.
Yeah, because there's going to be there's going to be like a vegan version and probably a vegetable burger. Because there's
Doesn't,
a vegetable burger at Burger King.
Chick-fil-A or Subway has had that for years, right? Like a little vegan patty. But do you always know what
Chick-fil-A hasn't, nah.
Chick-fil-A,
No.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and with Burger King, it's vegetarian, but it's not vegan.
Oh.
With their veggie burger.
Oh, Burger King.
Unfortunately not, yeah.
That's Trisha.
It came out as vegan, and then somehow over the years they changed it, and like nobody knew, and then we're like, oh wait, no, that's vegetarian. So yeah, the only places that really have probably a burger now is BurgerFi and maybe a couple other places like Red Robin.
Oh my God, BurgerFi! Those onion rings are so massive. BurgerFi.
Yeah.
Ever been there?
I haven't
so
had them.
massive.
They're not vegan. Cries alone.
they're not because of the what?
What's in an onion ring that's awful now?
Oh no,
Are you ruining everything?
No.
I'm such a carnivore. I have
No, but
omnivore
listen, anything you can eat, we can eat vegan. So if you want vegan onion rings, just make them yourself from scratch, or go to the store, get a frozen one, or find a restaurant that has them. So,
But a better question
don't
is,
worry, you'll have options.
do you have like a favorite vegan restaurant? There's Ethos in Winter Park is very popular. That is strictly vegan.
Yeah, I've been going there for like 15 years, but as far as favorite
That's
goes, God,
awesome.
that's like choosing a child, but I really do love
Yeah, that's dangerous.
Ethos,
Blaze?
Market on South, Dandelion, I mean, all of them, they're just great.
There's a Blaze Pizza as well in Winter Park. They do
Oh,
a
really?
vegan. They do a vegan cheese, a vegan mozzarella.
Well, I'm glad you said that. Well, I'm glad you said that because too, Orlando is a great representative of saying, hey, we've got these options here.
Yeah, Disney, as well.
And I saw just today, I think, too, they said number 6 for foodies. It was just ranked. We came in number 6. Not in the top 5, I know. And that's the sole responsibility for that goes on our guest.
I might go with
it's
California.
Nikki Namdar. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm going to say California
That's not
number
your
1.
fault. If anything, you helped. You helped us in the ranks. But recently, I guess too, you've been on TV and stuff. Is this the direction you want to go? Really being a spokesperson for this type of living and eating?
I mean, I wouldn't mind it as long as, if I'm helping people and inspiring people, encouraging them to eat better and leave animals alone while still eating delicious foods. Like, why not? I mean, it's definitely helped me. It helps me with my health and my, overall purpose in life, I feel like. So if it helps other people, then sure, why not?
Okay.
Yeah, there's so many options. Whole Foods has so many alternatives. It's
That's amazing,
Yeah,
too.
but like you said, like with you can't do the dairy part, so that's why you have to do like the vegan, like the substitution cheese as well as the meat. Because there's one thing with the meat, you can just cut it out, but when it's a dairy, you have to all the way around.
Okay, so Trisha is in studio, and you're allergic to dairy? Is that what it is?
Yep, I'm allergic to dairy,
all right. So there you go. So did you have a question pre-prepared for our guest, or no? I don't want to put you on the spot. I'm putting her on the spot. Look. I just got the look. Oh my God! I just got the look, Nikki. Oh my God. No.
Ask me the question.
Do you have a question, Trisha?
Well, a lot of people will always say they want to go vegan, but they'll be like, oh, well, I don't know of any good vegan recipes and stuff like that. So do you have any good secret recipes to share?
Oh, well, there you go. That's good. Yeah. Give us the secret.
That's actually a really good question.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
good.
think
Share
I
best
have a lot
practices.
of favorite recipes. I kind of experiment with them maybe like once or kind of make my own, but you definitely can make like your own cheese. Like if you soak cashews or almonds overnight, you can make your own cheese. And yeah, I kind of get inspired a lot on social media. I tell people, wipe out any temptation or anything that's gonna like steer you a different way, like follow vegan blogs and this and that, follow the hashtags, and then if I see something that looks really good, I'll just do that. So I like to make different pizzas for sure, like mac and cheese pizza.
Okay, that sounds good.
Does sound good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
like
Right,
almond milk.
We're speaking with Nikki Namdar, and I appreciate the fact that you're able to give us some time because I love what you're doing with Orlando Vegans because that is exactly kind of we're having vegan talk once in an episode here, but that's kind of what I'm sensing the core of Orlando Vegans is, or correct me if I'm wrong. There, it's kind of a community based group.
It is, yeah. It's, it started off as just the blog, but then I was like, I want to meet other vegans. I want to meet other people like me. So I decided to do meetups and events, and it really breaks that barrier for people who feel isolated as a vegan. They meet other vegans at the meetups. We go to restaurants or do different activities, and then from there they can go do protests together or try other restaurants. Like, people have become best friends from the meetups. They've, started dating people, work together. Cool. I mean, just all different things. So yeah, it's just like a nice hub to meet other vegans and then wander off and do other things with them.
I'm trying to think of stupid pickup lines for vegans. Who hey, are there? You like tomatoes?
Is that
I also like tomatoes.
Is that a cucumber in your satchel? Okay. Ooh. All right. That's the
nice cantaloupe baby.
I've never heard that one before.
What? Yeah. Well, I don't know what we're doing here. Oh, anyway. Speaking with Nikki Namdar of Orlando Vegans, and talking about this great event coming up, Veg Fest. So we'll get to that, I guess, in a little bit. Thank you, John Jennings, over there for your contributions. Look at him.
You put the U in cucumber.
Okay. Oh. You put the U in cucumber. All right. That's the cleanest one we got. All right. We'll take that one.
It's going to get worse.
Keep it PG, guys. Keep it PG.
Okay. So speak to us a little bit about your involvement with Veg Fest. Give us some flavor around that, because I'll tell you what, I love the homey kind of community feel about that. It's totally kid-friendly out there. It's totally kid-friendly, and you can get into all kinds of goodness, I will say, whether it's homeopathic, but I'm a big proponent of, growing your own food, and, here in Orlando with the, what is it? Food Not Lawns or something group.
Food Not Bombs.
Food Not Bombs. Yeah, they originated here. Yeah. And then, but they're saying turn your lawn into a garden or lawn garden.
Yeah.
As well. But, so give us some idea around what goes on. And I believe there's speakers at Veg Fest.
There are.
As well. Mm-hmm. So give us a, 5,000-foot view.
Sure. Okay. So Veg Fest is a huge festival at Festival Park. Everything is vegan.
Okay.
So there's going to be food. There's going to be animals. You could go shopping. You can meet a doctor if you've been needing a doctor. And there's kids events. There's live music, speakers, food demonstrations, so you can learn how to cook and get those recipes that you're curious about. It's just a lot of fun. It's a great place to see some of your favorite restaurants, see your vegan friends, and meet other people too. It's just a really good time, and it's like a holiday for us.
It's really an annual, and it's an annual thing, and it kind of links up with the fall equinox kind of a deal. The feel of harvest, if you will, if we can ever get that here in Florida. But it's Saturday, October 28th, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Orlando Festival Park, 2911 East Robinson Street, 32803 in Orlando. Speakers, presentation, humane education, veggie kids zone. That sounds dangerous. Veggie kids zone.
Yes, there's just vegetables flying all over the place.
It's instead of bouncy balls, it's radishes. Oh man, that would be crazy.
Look, Mom, I'm an asparagus.
Yeah, so it's out there, presented by vegcf.org. It's cfvegfest.org. There's two different sites there, so you got them both. But on the line with us, Nikki Namdar, again, head of Orlando Vegans, or one of the kind of founding pillars. Is that right? You're kind of a founder of Orlando Vegans. Is that a right title?
I am the founder, yeah.
Okay,
it started with just me, and then now I kind of need some volunteers and help because it's growing so fast.
So if people want to find Orlando Vegans, do you have a site set up, or is Facebook the best? Or should people...
Google that right now.
It's orlandovegans.net, and they can find resources on there like, upcoming events, what to do if you find an animal on the street, different contacts if you're trying to get involved with protests. It's just a nice central area to get info. But they can always message me on Facebook or Instagram. I reply pretty quickly, so...
Well, and that's remarkable. And but outside of ideas and things that you do, kind of to educate the public, hey, there's options. I'll tell you honestly, it is hard sometimes to wake up and you want breakfast with meat in it. Some kind of meat sausage. The egg is just not enough. Are there, and recently I guess I'm saying that because I started try to eat oatmeal and frozen blueberries instead, and it's never the same kind of comparison. Do you get into those kind of quasi meats, what are faux meats, different things that look like things, or do you try to stay true to the more, hey, take a zucchini and slice it like a piece of bacon and season it like that and roast it, which side of the fence do you fall on?
I'm on the fence. I love both worlds. So you could give me a piece of bacon made from cucumber or give me all the gluten in the world. Anyone who knows me knows I love gluten. So I'm all about the faux meats. And, you can find breakfast at different places like the District in Mills 50, Market on South, or you can find stuff at the store. So, some vegans are not into the faux meats. Some are. I just think any way to get people off of the meat, real meat, we can show you how you can enjoy those great breakfast foods without killing an animal. So.
Well, and I guess a lot of it goes back to flavor profiles, being able to at least recreate something that has the semblance of meat, whether it's, with a smoky liquid sauce or something. Just because you can't use the regular barbecue sauce, can you? Does that have even animal in it? And then I also had a question about what can you drink? Is there anything you can't drink?
I mean, can I talk about veal?
Milk.
No, milk. Oh, okay.
Milk,
That's thank you.
Yeah, it's definitely all about flavor. Because if you strip down a piece of steak or something and it's just a piece of meat, it really just doesn't have flavor. So you could take textured vegetable protein or jackfruit and flavor it up just the same way, and you get the texture, you get the flavor, and you're not really missing out on much. And we can still eat barbecue sauce depending on the brand if it doesn't have honey in it. A lot of vegans don't eat honey.
Really?
Because of the cruelty to bees.
What?
Yeah, because they kill the bees at the end of the season.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, so it's not so much the pollination part, the later part.
The afterwards.
Yeah,
Thanks for all your hard work, guys.
Bee vomit.
You're promoted.
I don't want to be eating bee vomit personally.
You're fired. You're fired.
I thought it was good. I thought it was good. I don't know. See, the honey.
You're stealing the honey from
me.
the bees, so a lot of it's just not considered vegan in the vegan world.
I'm gonna steal your
But if you're doing veganism for health reasons, you would be considered plant-based
stay away from
honey.
that one.
So.
Plan B. There you go.
Plant-based.
Okay. What?
Jerry Seinfeld's best film ever.
Planned Parenthood for bees. I don't know.
Exactly.
All right. So there you go. The catch and release. All right, Johnny, did you have something you said? Let me talk about vegan. That's what he just said.
At one point in time,
talk about vegan.
I don't know. But I've had full Ethos. They have a full vegetarian like lasagna. And they have, because it's they do the substitution meat and the substitution cheese, and it was really good. But it's still different. It's still not going to be the same, like you said, flavor characteristic. It's not going to be the same exact way. But it was still very, very good. I think it's going to be take some time for people that are so used to being a carnivore to try and get used to a different vegan substitution to meat and cheese. So.
Yeah, I could see that. It could be hard for some people because it is going to taste slightly different, but at the end of the day, you just have to remind yourself, okay, I'm not eating a dead animal. I'm eating something that's healthier, that's better. And Ethos is just one of many restaurants and options as far as faux meats and faux eggs and cheeses go. There's just so many other options out there, too, where you can, try to find what flavor you like the best and go with that.
But by let's say you someone who's a complete carnivore, they change their diet and they go full vegan. They don't do any honey, anything like that. Okay. They stay away from the dairy and all that. How long does it take the body to go from the animal type carnivore diet to that? I mean, because I heard people they go to they talk about this super healthy change within their body,
like the metabolics of it or something.
Right? They completely change their metabolism. By the way, because they're completely changing their diet and they say that they feel healthier and they feel like because you have the you don't do the cheese whatnot because you said it used to make you feel sick, but you haven't been doing the meat for so long. But you've been doing the veganism, the Church of Veganism, if you will, for since you're how old?
Talking to Tricia.
Yeah,
Okay.
to Trish.
I've
Sorry,
been doing vegan for 6 years, and
6
then vegetarian, so meatless since I was 14, so like 14 years. So I mean, for some
And
people, it does take some time for their body. I mean, if you're kind of addicted, like when people say they're addicted to cheese and they can't let go of it, they're literally addicted. So because there's something in the cheese that makes you want it, but after a few months, you wean off of it, you never look back, and yeah, it definitely changes your. Like I have Hashimoto's disease, so my body is actually attacking my thyroid. And I went vegan, and I did raw veganism, did all raw foods, did juicing, this and that, and it totally changes your body. It flushes all the crap out and really replenishes your whole inside.
Yeah, and you do the meat
so
substitutions.
For some people,
seitan.
it takes time, but it's better for you in the end.
And over there, Trisha has actually been talking about her dairy aversion that you can't. And so how long have you been, Trisha, how long have you been doing this practice in the Church of Veganism, as it were?
I've been a vegetarian since I was 10, so 16 years. And I've been a vegan for about a year.
Wow. Remarkable.
Exactly.
And see, I guess what I'm saying is sometimes when it comes upon people as you have no choice, like you're allergic to this, then they come up with these alternatives. And now it's, ironic how it's almost more mainstream. People are saying, hey, if I can avoid this, or maybe this is playing a role in my diet, my overall health, or what have you. And then there's already kind of that trail blazed from people who have done a little bit of that work.
Right,
so,
but you would live healthy and eat healthy, but wouldn't you ultimately live longer because you're eating healthier?
I grew up in Saugerties, New York, and they were like big hippies kind of there because it was near Woodstock and all that stuff. But you would hear about all different kinds of soaps, and my mom was always really into homeopathic stuff. So I think there's a lot of merit behind having a good family unit and then having a good individual in each place in that family unit, like a practitioner. The mother's often known as a caregiver, and is going to feed you the right thing and be able to do medicine. So I that's what I think. I think we need to get food and medicine back into our own control.
Yeah, even when you go to a cruise ship, I mean, like the food's so organic sometimes, depending on the higher level of cruise ship.
Right out of the ocean. Yeah,
depends.
Tell us which one you want. Okay. John Jennings over there. Appreciate that. Nikki Namdar on the line with us. Trisha sitting in with Mr. Jennings over there. But Nikki, I appreciate you hanging with us, chatting with us in kind of a closing sentiment here in the next 5 minutes or so. What direction would you say to people, that are maybe, hey, considering I'll try it for one meal? Is there a meal, like you had mentioned jackfruit? Is there like a meal that you would say, that jackfruit with barbecue sauce, man, that is as close as you're going to get almost, because is there something you can say that's a really good, like, are mushrooms good meat alternatives? Is there some, gateway drug vegan off of meat?
I love mushrooms.
Some people use mushroom as a base for meaty type vegan foods, but I mean, like I said, anything you can eat, we can eat vegan. So kind of think about what meal are you going to miss? What are you going to miss? And go out there and try to find it. Find a way to make it, or find a way to buy it.
Things.
And for instance, if you're missing burgers, there's something called Beyond Burgers that come in like the same types of packaging as real meat burgers.
Okay, yeah, I've seen that.
They bleed like a burger, and they taste like a burger, and they have the texture like a burger. But
what
it's all
is it?
vegan. So if you miss burgers, go for it.
So it's all plant-based stuff in there that looks like meat?
Yep, and it's gluten-free and soy-free. So if you're weary about, veganism is all about soy and gluten, this burger has none of that in it. A lot of our foods are made with like pea protein. So if anyone's wondering where we get our protein from or anything like that, I mean, so find what you're missing. If you're going to miss pizza, go out there to Mellow Mushroom has vegan pizza. Please eat those.
Oh, that's a good point.
Try the different things. Yeah, for sure. And you'll just realize that the taste might be slightly different, but the food is delicious. And you're not harming animals or your body or the planet.
Rock the house.
You're actually getting nutrition.
Very well said. Very well said. And you're giving your body more of it what it needs. So you're very welcome. So best way for people to connect with you, obviously the 28th, 10 a.m., 6 p.m., they can go out to Central Florida Veg Fest. I think you'll be out and about there. A bunch of other
I'll have a booth.
Great stuff going on
Orlando
as well.
Vegans will have a booth.
Orlando Vegans
and we're going to have a contest and fun and goodies. So
Cool. Well, if somebody's considering going to the Veg Fest, and let's say it's a family of carnivores, all right, let's give them a name, like the
Carnies.
The Carnies. Okay, thank you. Good. He got a point. All right, so the Carnies, what would you say? Hey, come out to the Veg Fest. Would there be anything you could encourage them and say this is a XYZ experience because your kids learn how to grow food, or what's the big takeaway for a family to bring their kids?
Definitely, the food is the biggest part of the whole experience there. But the kids definitely can learn how to recycle and learn how to be more eco-friendly. They get to do yoga, art, all sorts of things like that. But yeah, the biggest takeaway is definitely the food. And, you've got so many options from like mac and cheese burritos and nachos and different things like that. So I definitely would tell them to come with an empty tummy, some money in their pocket, and, walk around, enjoy the animals, enjoy the yoga, the weather, and all of that. So it's really a great time.
Excellent. Nikki Namdar on the line with us. Appreciate the fact from Orlando, founder of Orlando Vegans, and talking a little bit about Veg Fest coming up near the end of the month. We appreciate the little group of you all hanging out with us. John Jennings, thanks for being in studio over there. If you'll hang on the line, Waxahachie up in the music edit bay, so we'll cut away to a little music. Hang on the line with us there. You're listening to the JB Rev Show, WJBWnetworks.com. Woo!
You ring me up, I tell the truth, I feel amazing today. You interrupt, you yell in my face, but you finally hear me say that I'll walk. I'm walking away. I watch myself fade and fade. I lay down next to you for 3 years, shedding my skin, dreaming about the potential, the person I could have been. I left home with nothing. I left home with nothing. I left home with nothing.
Thank you. I'm just going to play one more song. Thank you, guys.
WJBW Orlando, the very first quasi-radio web show.
WJBW, that's right, WJBWnetworks.com. It is the JB Rev Show every Tuesday night. We fire it up and we give you two barrels ablazing. This week, we had a call set up at 8 o'clock with Jessica Mariko and of DRIP, which is an awesome event, a monthly. It's a physical location, and I remember when it started out kind of as an event. I think wasn't it something they did sporadically and then kind of
it was a start.
Yeah,
they started
how it
and
started.
they kind of got to
It became bigger and bigger, and now they have a physical space out there. And so, as we're kind of hanging on the line, seeing if Jessica's going to be able to call us, I think it's ilovedrip.com. It's telling me not to go there. But I was going to throw a.
Sounds like most of my dark, dirty thoughts. Like,
Well,
don't say that out loud.
Yeah,
that's most of my pop filter is right there.
Yeah, I was going to throw the video up onto the screen there so Trisha could see it. Because she says, and I don't know how much justice it's going to do just with audio on the. But let me go here. I've got a little video clip, and then we'll throw it up there to the studio monitor there.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Oh, is that video? That's video of the drip thing?
That's the video of the drip thing. Hey, welcome, WJBW. Is this Jessica?
This is.
Yay! Hey, how you doing? Awesome.
Good. How are you?
Great to see you. Great, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much for being able to do this right on time. It is Jessica Mariko. Thank you so much. The founder of Drip, and we were just speaking with somebody that's the founder of Orlando Vegans, and that's kind of our theme tonight is, people that are out there busting it, really doing cool stuff. And I, will tell you, myself, personally, I love the whole drip concept. And I think I remember it was, maybe, 7 or 8 years ago that you were kind of doing it maybe at the Fringe Fest, doing it here and there, and then it blossomed into this wonderful physical business over by the attractions area. And we'll get into all of that in a little bit, but on the line with us, it's Jessica Mariko. So I had to dump a little praise on you there. Thank you so much again for doing this. Again, you rock with what you're doing.
Thank you for having me.
No doubt, no doubt. Well, I think, again, what you do with the drip is just a phenomenal amalgamation of a way to get people, because it's very involved when you're there. It's a spectacle to behold. So give us a sensibility for people that maybe don't know a little bit about the origins of, how you kind of, got involved and what time frame was it with Drip? How did this all start?
Oh, okay. Well, about 11 years ago,
okay.
I started doing an experiment. It was actually for the Fringe Festival where I danced with paint with an artist. And we painted this big canvas on the floor, and we had this big red door, and we performed to Paint It Black by the Rolling Stones.
Okay.
And afterwards, I was just covered in all this paint, and everyone asked when they could come see a full-length show.
Wow.
And, of course, we didn't have one because it was an experiment. And so the next year, we created this full-length show based on painting and dancing, and the movement was very, modern, contemporary style. And we used a lot of props. I used to be a baton twirler, and so I was really used to using props. And so we used paint sticks and paint rollers and ladders and paint cans. And we built showers out of paint cans and paint.
Wow.
And made paint showers.
Yeah.
And so that was kind of the beginning. And then after that, we just started performing. We expanded to be a company that designed arts, entertainment, that combined performing arts and visual arts. So we compose our own music and dance, and there's acting and storytelling, and we use paint and water and sand, charcoal, and right now we're actually working on a piece that is done with colored smoke grenades. So that's going to be at the Creative City Project's Immerse event on October 21st.
That's awesome. With all of this paint going everywhere, was there a point where you were like, okay, this is going to be a mess? Or how did you first conceive, hey, we're going to do this shower, this painting shower thing? Is that all self-contained, or were there some trepidation around the whole thought of how messy this would all be?
Oh, it was a big learning curve. We first started using house paint. And those, once they dry on your skin, are not easy to get off. I remember, we were taking group showers at the
some dude's like, man, this spray paint's not coming off.
Bodies off.
Oh my God.
We actually, the very first show, it's kind of a funny story, is my original vision for the show was to start off with a blank canvas. So everything was going to be black and white and just blank. And our skin and our costumes were all a nude color.
Okay.
And then we'd add colors throughout the show. And so by the end of the show, there'd be all these layers of color. And so everything would look very different at the end of the show. And then what we quickly found out is that if you do that with acrylic paint, there's no washing it off afterwards. So the second show will never look as clean as that first show.
Yeah.
And So we decided to embrace that aesthetic and make it like a colorful, artsy, messy, reused, repurposed aesthetic. And that's what you'll see right now on International Drive. Even there, we use a lot of the props and scenic design and just items like the floor from our shows back in the day at the Fringe or at other locations, and we repurpose them and turn them into the bar. Our stage, we built the bar stools out of the painted floor from our original Fringe show. So we repurposed a lot of things.
Recycle, use the art. Well, Orlando's a great community that kind of, helps those things come about. And again, when I was writing the blog, I was like, I'm so proud that this is from Orlando, because now it's a big production. ilovedrip.com, or give us a better website. But what's the address out there in the iDrive area? Are you near what is it now? The Funky Monkey?
Oh, we're kind of in between that and the Orlando Eye. Okay. We're in the same building with Senior Frogs and Denny's. We're the loading dock of Denny's. So it seems strange, but that's
it's cool. It's like a big warehouse back there.
It feels like a kind of like an underground location that no one knows is even there. And then you walk through this loading dock and it opens up into a big artsy warehouse space with art murals on the wall and a bar.
That's cool. So you do like food and like alcohol and whatnot, and so.
No, we don't have a kitchen. So we when we do special events, we partner with different restaurants and caterers
like
to bring
little
food
tapas.
in. But on the regular basis, we just have a bar.
You hungry?
I love food. We just had a
been
conversation
talking about
veganism in the last call.
He wants to know if you got food, Jessica.
No. Do you guys have isn't there a rock band element to it?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So when he was here, he said he had some connection, and that's what's cool too, is that it's immersive experience. And we're speaking with Jessica Mariko of DRIP, and she's describing the inside of DRIP to us right now. No, there's no tapas unless somebody brings them, and it's a special event, Johnny. But
no. I want to know about the rock band.
Okay, so he said let's push into the music element of it.
Yes. Well, we're really lucky to work with David Traver, who composed all the music for the show. Mm-hmm. It's rock music, and it's a 3-part band, and it's awesome. We get to dance with the band, and he composed it in an interesting way because we had the storyline, and I knew visually what I wanted to happen, and I gave that to David. And one thing that was great about working with a composer as you're creating it is that he could create those moments with us. So a lot of times he's really helping to tell the story. And so like if we want, he actually composed the music sometimes for what was happening with the lights, for example.
Okay.
And the way that he describes it is that he created this music and the dancers are actually the melody.
Oh, that's cool. So very theatrical, very artistic, very, very cool. And I think I think there's a drummer I know that I think he plays for you guys. I think Matt. I'm not sure. He might have maybe. We love Matt. Yeah, he's great. He's been there. He was part of a really cool band that I.
So you got the connections.
Well, this guy's been one of my favorite local drummers for the longest time, and he was in a band called It's Alive, and I'm so happy that he's doing such a cool thing. He's still playing music, and he's one of the best drummers I've ever known. So I'm really happy he's part of your setup because I'm sure he kills it, and he just and everything's like very theatrical and awesome, and I'm sure the whole thing is just set to a T. I mean, I'm sure I've never seen a production live, but I've seen YouTube clips, and I can only imagine like the full shebang bang.
Yeah, it looks like a phenomenal. We don't have enough words to describe how awesome the whole event out there at DRIP is. Words. And do you do it nightly? What are your hours out there? And when do you have shows? And also tell us about what's going on in October too. You're doing something.
Okay, awesome.
Spooky.
We have shows almost every Friday and Saturday night. The doors open at 8 p.m.
Okay.
And between 8 and 9 p.m., we have a color bar, so all the drinks are color inspired. We have red, blue, orange, and yellow beers, cocktails, shots, non-alcoholic drinks. And then we have a paint station. A lot of people will get a white DRIP T-shirt. It has a DRIP logo on it, and they'll put it on and take it to the paint station, and then they can paint it and paint each other. Ooh. And then we have T-shirt artists that can custom cut and fit the shirts for them so they can turn them into corsets, tank tops, 80s off the shoulder shirts, like skulls. And then after that, we have about 9, we have a full show, full theatrical love story with dancers that perform in paint, flying water, sand. There's a live rock band. And then that's followed by an after party with a 10-foot paint shower. So if you didn't get colorful enough throughout the show, you can jump into our paint shower and definitely get colorful. And you can dance, and the bar stays open till midnight. So that's every Friday and Saturday.
That's awesome.
And then in the month of October, we convert Drip into an underground vampire bar. So, we have a blood bar where all the drinks are blood-inspired. We have all different types for all the vampires out there. And then we have a vampire, theatrical vampire love story. We have new paint colors on the bar. We have new pieces of music. We also have new characters, new choreography, and an after party with 1 human sacrifice per night.
Wow, that sounds phenomenal.
That's
and
very immersive. Sounds like you really invite like everybody. From,
I mean, because you can see it from every angle,
like,
and
a white
there's
t-shirt,
so much
get
going
painted,
on.
Get involved, be part of it. You know, that's cool.
That's true. Yeah, we have a
so
capacity on how many humans we let in every night.
Oh, see,
but
that's
we
awesome.
definitely welcome
it's got to be
as many
occupancy
vampires
of some
as
kind.
possible and a few of their human friends.
It's evocative, if you will, and it's for the holiday season. We're speaking with Jessica Mariko of DRIP. I appreciate the fact you were able to do this and chat with us. And, moreover, you've really done a lot in a little bit of time from taking this, like both of our guests tonight, kind of taking an idea and breathing life into it. So hats off to you for doing what you've done, because the intricacy, I can tell, it's very detail-oriented. You've got the choreography, the music, it's a live,
it's a full thing
play. You got to go into the belly of the beast every night, as it were.
Because it's one thing to walk through an art gallery, but to like see living art, like audio art, performance
visual,
art,
stunning. Well, again, it's an incredible effort, and thank you so much for doing that. And coming from our hearts, I can really see DRIP going to Vegas or something. I mean, your whole show is really, are there other people across the country that kind of doing this, or give us some flavor around the whole makeup of when you got into the building? Because I guess how long have you been in there? Like a year or two, or a year?
We've been on International Drive for 5 years.
Oh my gosh.
And we are looking at other locations as well. We're looking at Vegas, and we're looking into a tour. Vegas. So we're just trying to find the right partners for that. So awesome. If anyone's listening who
put that out
thinks
there.
this is interesting, let me know.
I do play guitar, and I really, I just want to be like cool.
But he doesn't want to be in a van with other guys.
No,
that's what he
I
said.
just want to look cool. I want to glow in the dark, and I want to play whatever you tell me to play.
You're gonna have to grow a mustache, Johnny, or something if you're going to Vegas.
I don't want a mustache.
Oh, he doesn't want.
She won't let. See, my girlfriend's actually here. She won't let me actually have.
So
a mustache.
he doesn't need the note. He's got.
Yeah, she's already like I look at guys with beards and stuff all the time. She's like, no, and I'm like, no, and like I just point. And she's like, no.
You put the beard on layaway or something,
like the ZZ Top beard. No.
All right. All right. Speaking with Jessica Mariko, thank you, John Jennings, over there, for your input. But what I love, again, is the direction. And like you said, hey, we've been here for a while doing this. And I think that, when did you first get into that space? How did the DRIP concept, and I know you may have said it a little bit already, but maybe expand on it. How did that convert full steam into, where you're at now?
Oh, good question. We were performing around town for several years. I think it was about 4 years. Okay. And we were kind of working similar to like a nonprofit arts organization, and we're kind of just going one show to the next show, and all of our performers had day jobs, and I was just really passionate about figuring out how to make art profitable so that artists could do what they loved and not have to work 5 other jobs at the same time.
Ooh, right.
And so I started studying other companies who had done something similar. And the 2 main companies I started studying were Cirque du Soleil and Blue Man Group.
Yeah.
And I kind of studied their business models, and I saw that both of them were in locations that could house full audiences every night of the week. And, a lot of times when you build a production, the largest expense is in the initial building of that production. So if you are a local theater and you have to switch that production every 6 weeks to bring in your audience again, it's not something that can be sustainable.
Right.
And support your artists. And so I started looking for spaces in an area that could house shows every night of the week. And, Cirque at the time was already at Disney, and Blue Man was already at Universal. And so International Drive was kind of the third tourist area in Orlando. And so I started pitching the idea to building owners. And it was pretty difficult to get one on board because the property value over on iDrive is so expensive that they don't want to take a chance on anything that's not corporately backed with millions of dollars, because if you aren't successful, they don't want to have to lose the money.
Sure.
So I had to convince someone had to take a chance on us.
Wow.
And we ended up in this
Shark
space
Tank.
that worked out really well. Because Senior Frogs moved in right before us, and they kind of cut off the front area and left this back area that didn't have any windows and, had side and back entrance. And it wasn't something that other people really wanted, but it worked out perfectly for like a black box theater space.
Right.
So we were able to get a deal on the space, and that's how we ended up here.
Wow. That's incredible. And you really had to, kind of say, hey, we're pushing for it. We want to do it, and making it happen. That Shark Tank, we were even saying, kind of mentality is.
Yeah, I mean, there's even like the escape room that's on iDrive.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff out there. They kind of, go out. Because you're in such a tourist walking mecca. The whole road is just
everything can't.
You got to throw. Yeah, it can't just be
Mouse,
video game, Mickey Mouse, theme park.
Yeah. Yeah, so it was a good fit, and I think your chutzpah, your willingness to say, hey, I want to do this, I want to make this happen, and your passion, plus you're a talented dancer in your own right, and was, I guess, to me, when you were younger, you said you were a majorette or baton, did something. Did you always kind of have dancing in your youth, or how did that come as, hey, this is my expressive mode, and then it turned into full on badass business woman?
Yeah, it takes a lot of drive.
When I grew up, my dad was a marketing professor and consultant, and then my mom had started a couple of businesses. So they ingrained business into me at a very young age, whether I liked it or not at the time. It ended up becoming more natural to me as I grew up. But they were also awesome because they put me in like every creative thing imaginable. I played several instruments and danced and did pom-pom and cheerleading and baton twirling and modeling and just all kinds of different things, as well as art. And then I ended up studying digital art in college and dance and choreography. And I did a lot of different things. And I think that's one of the reasons why I gravitate towards combining a lot of different art forms into one thing. But dance is one of the things I started when I was 4 years old, and I never stopped. And so it is like the base behind Drip.
Yeah, but you guys probably have a little merch shop in there too, maybe? The
T-shirts, people come in and custom do that. Yeah. I mean, the brilliance behind, again, what you're doing, it really has a creating an experience.
You trademark it and put whole thing.
Well, it's creating an experience, and again, thank you for the effort and the time and the energy that you put into do that, because, again, it comes down to that, simple fact. The people that you work with, are probably in their dream job, and it's thanks again, to your persistence, and of course, everybody's a team, everybody's a troop, but it goes without saying, I think, that that's what we do on the show, is make sure people know that we appreciate the work that they're putting in, and so a huge thank you from us.
Well, that is really, really sweet of you. I appreciate the support, and I appreciate the support of everyone who buys a ticket and supports local artists. We couldn't do it without any of you.
Yeah, and what's the best way for people to get involved if this conversation says, I want to go to ilovedrip.com? What's the very best way?
Yes, our website is ilovedrip.com, and you can email us there, find our phone number there if you want to get involved, or if you want to just buy a ticket, that would be amazing.
And you can do that right online.
Yeah, you can do it right online.
Box office. Very cool. Talking with Jessica Mariko. Again, any closing thoughts or sentiment over there, Johnny? You got anything to chime in over there?
But there was a couple of things. I mean, of course, if you don't know what it's like, go YouTube it and check it out and see what they do. It's so cool.
Google that right now.
So YouTube, Drip, very cool. The way they do it. And it's Eddie Matta. I said his name wrong earlier, and I'm very mad at myself.
Okay.
But he's a great drummer, and he plays with you guys, and I'm sure he's been doing an amazing job. Very solid individual.
It's 8747 International Drive, Suite 102, Orlando, Florida, 347-855-3747. That's the number to call. Get tickets.
347-855-3747.
3747. Thank you. 347-855-3747. And hey, are you originally from Orlando? Where are you from originally?
I'm originally from Michigan. So I grew up there, went to college there, and then I moved down here.
Yeah, good. I hear it's going to be a bad winter up there. I'm glad we're here.
Is it really? 1,000 lakes?
I know. I grew up in Ohio for a while, so I know it's like
Buckeye State.
Yeah, well,
yeah, Michigan. Woo.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah,
it's always football. It always
don't get that cow in the field. What do vegan farmers say? What is their anyway? Get that tofu. I don't know. Anyway, you rock again. Appreciate the fact that you were able to give us some time. If somebody is on the fence about coming out to Drip, what would you say for the dollar? How would you say this experience is XYZ, and you're going to kind of walk away with something more?
Well, the experience is unlike anything you've ever experienced. So if you're on the fence about coming, you only live once. So I would just come out and see what it's all about.
Yes.
There's something for everyone, and I designed it that way because sometimes I'll go to theater and get bored, and I just didn't want our guests to ever feel like that. So we added in live rock music and dancers and paint flying and T-shirt cutting and alcohol.
Yeah,
and something new happens every couple of minutes. So
are there cool people on swings?
No matter
though?
who you are, you're gonna
cool
have a great
people
time.
on swings doing crazy.
Very much a great representation of Orlando. ilovedrip.com. Go get some tickets. Go experience it, and more especially the Vampire Bar, the Underground Vampire Bar. Am I saying that right? Is it?
Yes, it's the Underground Vampire Bar. It's every Friday and Saturday in October, and the closing party is the last Saturday of the month. It's October 28th, and we're going to have extra special performances that night. We'll actually have pole dancers that night and some local performers coming in and doing special performances before the Drip Show.
I will wonder since there's a Denny's
so bad, like just a theme.
You're trying to pitch a theme?
Oh, I would. I mean, I don't.
He wants to see Nightmare Before Christmas.
I just want, but I'm sure Disney's got their copyrights all over that.
Okay, well, all right.
I'm gonna let that go.
You have to change it. I was gonna say it would be cool if you could have breakfast with a vampire at Denny's right afterwards. Do a little special breakfast with a vampire. Anyway.
Oh my God. Well, add on bonus package.
Yeah, there you go. That's the VIP.
Come hang out with Brad Pitt now. Come on.
It has to be before the sun rises, of course.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I mean...
Give me my moons over my hammy before the sunrise.
Not if you're vegan.
Oh, that's right. Thank you, John. All right. We're going to bust into a little bit of music like we do. Just hang on the line with us there. It's WJBWnetworks.com, the JB Rev Show, talking with talented people every single week. And you can, too.
WJBW.
The electronics are so predominant that people would really prefer that.
Because that's fun.
Wow. Welcome back. We're having fun here in studio. John Jennings over there. What a great show. Great lineup. So we appreciate it.
It's nice
Thank
to have me.
guest.
Thank you, John.
Yes,
Thank
you. You're going to give us some impressions. We're going to do the news, I guess, in a little bit here.
It's all fake news, I'm telling you.
Oh, who is
it? It's all fake.
Who is
it's
that?
Fake.
Who's that impression of?
It's Fox News. It's all fake.
Okay. Is that...
It's not very good Trump.
Is that a Trump?
No, I wasn't ready.
Okay, well, your other one was spot on.
Which one?
Yeah, that
was
one.
Was it the Walken?
Yeah.
Or was it something else?
Yeah, Christopher Walken was pretty damn good.
One time I called a cat hospital and talking about my cat Skittles. He wasn't doing so good. And then I told him how he had an owie, and they just, long story short, they didn't believe it was me. And they hung up. I called back with still same treatment. That's weird.
That's good. That's good.
I know what else. Throw me a person I'll try.
What else do you do? I mean, back in the day, remember like Rich Little and all those guys would do like their normal like. You know who I'm even talking about? Rich Little.
I don't, off the top of my head, know who.
Well, they used to do like you remember Rodney Dangerfield?
Yeah, I know him. He's a good guy.
Okay.
Oh, he's always messing with his tie.
Yeah,
he's good. No respect.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
But I was going to say that those guys had like this whole little stable of characters that they did back then that today nobody would even know who the hell it is. Like you almost even John Wayne and stuff like that. Yeah, like people would do.
Like who was I doing earlier? I did a
Jimmy Stewart, you know. And
Jimmy Stewart.
Oh, you could do that one.
I could do it, Jimmy. Just throw a name out. I'll try.
Okay.
Hi, you.
This is good. All
hey,
right.
Hey, Peter.
Oh, what's that?
I was trying to be.
Well, wait, that's like two different people.
I was trying to be Cleveland.
Okay, Cleveland. Okay.
Cleveland Brown.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's good. Those are good impressions. Thank you. It's a wonderful experience.
Well, thanks for having me.
Okay. Oh, you're doing that guy. Okay.
All right.
All right. There you go. The comic style, the impersonation stylings of John Jennings.
I like to call. I like to call old jobs I used to work and then interrogate them.
Oh, in these
with
voices?
Impressions. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. I wish.
Yeah.
You want to call one of them now?
I don't have my phone with me.
Oh, why didn't you?
But
okay. All right, that would be fun. That would be tempting, though.
But I did remember my Charlemagne.
I see.
Let the rocks and the trees and the birds be my army. Probably my favorite Indiana Jones quote by far. There's a couple
Was
different
that the
ones.
Last Crusade or something?
It was last. Why we're not taking the boat, Junior? Junior!
I don't know.
Oh,
Did
you're
you like,
lucky. It was a fake.
Did you like the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull? You weren't in that, Sean Connery. Did you get to see it?
It was not. I don't consider it part of the trilogy.
Okay.
It was a horrible.
Fair enough.
Shiloh Buff.
Yeah.
That's all I had to say.
That's right.
But sometimes, what was I trying to do? Try to do Michael Caine. Michael Caine. Because what he does, he reads a script for a movie. He'll read the front page and then he'll read the back page. And he'll find a very comfortable chair. And if his character is still in the role, he'll maybe do the flick. He might do the film.
Let's do this. Let's do a little news. That's good stuff.
Breaking news badly.
It's going to rain a lot. We're leaving the outskirts of everything that's coming our way into Mississippi.
Seriously.
All right, a little bit of breaking news badly. We'll go through more headlines. Normally, we're trying to concentrate on just like 2 or 3 headlines, but let me see. I'll pull this one up. Oh, okay. So our friends over there at Dank City Smoke Shop now have what are they? CBD goods Legal in all 50 states at Dank City Smoke Shop right down there, downtown Orlando.
I thought there was 51.
Kush Ultra Lounge. I don't know. Are there 51?
I forgot. What about Hawaii?
Yeah. What about
Is there still virgin territory?
Maybe he canceled that out. There's a lot could have happened. He wrote an order. Just that Hawaii's gone. They just gave it to Korea. I don't know. I hope not.
Oh, Kim Jong.
Anyway, Dank Orlando City Smoke Shop, Orlando Conway Twitty. A mixtape for every year of the history of recorded sound. Sir, do you hear this? It's from hyperallergic.com. Considering the soundscapes of yesteryear, one man is offering his mixtapes from the history of audio recordings. So this goes all the way back. What is it to
like zoinks?
Like 18?
Sorry, I'm just gonna keep trying. It's awful.
No, it goes all the way back to like in the 1800s. He goes all the way back into the 1800s. So he's got like a mixtape for every year for like 200 years, right?
Wow.
Oh no, not even 200 years. But what do you think of that story?
That's
Would you
intense.
want to listen to some of that?
It
Is there some
depends.
here? Can we sample anything? Oh my God, they're like all. Oh, let me throw it up.
As long as there's songs about trains. It seems to be there's like a lot of songs about trains from the 30s.
Yeah, they are. I guess they were recorded on wax. You know, like the old timey recording method.
Back when I was your day,
Yeah.
before you were recording that Pink Floyd record on analog,
It was
I
really
on wax.
really on wax.
Way
Yeah,
before
on
you were
mixtape.
cutting tape.
Anyway.
Yeah.
We called it papyrus back when we had to walk all the way around the pyramid.
Okay.
Sorry. That's fun.
Who was that? Like
It's a-
Moses or something?
A very old man.
Nobody can call you on that. This is my Moses. Okay. How to weaponize your cat to hack neighbor's Wi-Fi password. This is hackernews.com. Apparently, they have a little neck collar for your cat now that you can you can throw the little thing around the little cat, and he goes all around your neighborhood and steals Wi-Fi. I guess creates kind of like
Can't you see?
like
I
a
need
log.
Wi-Fi password just for me.
Yeah, we'll like create a little network of Wi-Fi piracy in your neighborhood. I don't know. It's a pretty heady
Go,
article.
kitty. Go. Find me that password.
You're depending on the cat for a lot. All right, so we'll close it
have
up
to finish
here
that
with
season.
a final one. This is BigThink.com. Bill Gates says the robot taking your job should also pay taxes. What do you think of that whole concept? So
does he
takes
get
your job?
Does the robot get Medicare?
Yeah, that's a good
Does
question.
That's the better.
That's a good question.
Does he get Medicare? But he's going to continue to keep making money off of this.
He's going to go on.
Does
He
so
doesn't
much
need
charitable
vacation.
Stuff.
Oh, but he doesn't need
He
vacation.
does a vaccine every year for like India for
Yeah.
polio, which we cured in the
You've got
50s.
the
But
McAfee virus scan.
yeah,
I
like
guess.
$400 million a year goes to that, let alone. But this guy is richer than Sony ever
Bill
will
Gates.
be.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bill Gates he owns more money than Apple would ever make. But at the same token, like, it's just a different robot. Really? How many?
process-
what kind of like an artificial robot?
Yeah, you got a lot of questions about this one.
Like,
well,
what kind of robot?
The prospect of automation taking away human jobs is both alarming and an opportunity to reorient our civilization to new objectives. The worrying part is that a sizable number of jobs, both blue and white collar, might be gone soon, a number that some estimates put as high as 47% during the next 25 years. 47% of the jobs are going to go away in the next 25 years. So anyway, he makes a valid point here that, if you kind of automate that part of the economy, then you've got to have some consideration as to all the tax that you're losing.
Does the robot edge my lawn?
Employment. Yeah, well, I guess
Does
it
the
could.
robot-
I need a robot to mow my lawn.
Yeah. Is it just a laser system? You just make sure that Sparky's not on the lawn at the time and just just knocks out all
just
the grass
all in one
just
shot.
one,
That would be very
I
efficient.
want my grass to be about, I go for 4 inches today.
Bang. Oh, what happened to the cat? Oh, about that cat.
He's got the Wi-Fi password.
He did have the Wi-Fi password. Mr. Skittles he's now
Skittles.
and he's in a better spot now. Sorry to inform you, but yeah, I wish I had just like a dude around me just to do that. Veggies, 12 veggies that are ultra quick to harvest.
Oh yeah, so keeping on the theme of the
I'm digging it.
Healthiness, I figured we go into one. Oh, here he goes with his puns, Mr. Pun. Hold on, Mr. Pun. Wait, let me get it. Yeah, here, 12 veggies that are ultra quick to harvest. What are they? I don't know. Baby carrots, spinach, kale, peas, bush beans, turnips, cucumber. So they're showing little videos, kind of how you can.
But do they have any beets, though? I wonder if they have any beets at all.
Want to hear some beets?
I really love beets. I love them when they have lots of sauce.
Yeah.
The beet juice, yes.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, Sir Paul, yeah. Good to be here.
Thank you. Do you like traditional British vegetables, I guess? What are the mostly turnips and...
It just depends, really. You know what wibbly wobbly works for you. You know,
right?
It just depends. You know, so I'm not much for grapefruit. It's always you got to have such a pound of sugar. You know, so many.
Yeah.
Well, I shouldn't say pounds. I should say it's a different.
Oh yeah, because of Brexit.
Right? Yeah, it's metric system, right? Yeah.
No.
Anyway, lots of whatever floats your boat.
Brexit. No, they changed.
Is it Brexit? Is it Brexit?
I think
lots of sugar goes into
tea and
grapefruit.
Brexit. Yeah, delicious.
Just like grapefruit, just so it's just not my bag.
Okay. Hold on, let me.
I want to be here more often. I'm probably a one-time thing here.
Well, thanks.
For me.
No, it was fun. It was fun.
Thanks for coming.
It's a one-time.
Thanks for coming, kid. It's been fun.
Did you have fun though?
Yeah,
it was a good conversation. Well, I appreciate you being able to jump on it because. Things worked out in a certain way, and we had planned to have you over here with your guitar plugged into the mixer here to kind of open us up for our season 8. So I'm glad it worked out in one way or another. We could come together.
Ooh, sounds good. Yeah,
all right.
I like it.
Maybe come back next week. All right.
I see. You're at the maybe.
Do you know if you can come back?
Oh,
you're
yeah.
welcome to come back anytime.
Well, I would love to.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have you back then.
Yeah, right.
All right. Well, good. Well, let's do this. Talk a little about our sponsors.
The revolution has begun.
ArtArmy.org, PolkasHottest.com, POCASHOTTEST.com, Shannon Holt Art, Modern Music Movement, Little Indies, and Ear Theater. So go support all those people that support us every single week. This is what we do. John Jennings in studio, the beautiful Trisha. I got the name right?
Yeah. Trisha Kennedy. Very beautiful. See, I wanted to get with the Kennedy.
Yeah, you did.
I wanted, it seemed very correct. Very polite.
Well, you did it, John.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, mate.
All right, we'll close out with a little bit of Mike Pinto. Enjoy yourselves, love and respect each other. WJBWnetworks.com is our primary site. That's where you go. It's what you do. John Jennings, what do you got?
What do you want me to say?
It's all you. I'm going to let you do it. Whatever you want to do.
2 field mice fall into a jar. Okay, I won't do that. I know. It just doesn't go way. Not so good. Yeah, sounds like my love life. But no, not anymore though. Now I have a great love life.
Wow.
So, but see, before her, it was just sad.
Okay. Well, we won't go into. All right, we won't go into.
Anyway,
enjoy.
I need a shovel for this hole.
Yeah,
I just this grave. I just dug of myself.
Take your foot out of your mouth over there.
Yeah, it's painful. Is there any something to make it taste bad?
Yes, I do, man.
Can I press this?
That's where it's at.
Thank you. Sorry, that's all I got. Anyway, all right. Take these out. See ya.
Well, they say that love is nothing more than sacrifice, and selfish minds like ours are bound to pay the price. Well, we can work it out, we'll work it out is 'cause I need your love. Let's like a dream or like a nightmare. And I'd rather not wake up, girl, if you aren't there. 'Cause you know I care, won't let you go. I don't wanna let you go. Let you go. I don't wanna let you go.
WJBW Orlando, the very first quasi-radio web show.
Welcome back. You've unlocked the After Hours Game Show edition of the JB Rev Show. Welcome back. I am JB Webb over here, looking at the beautiful Trisha over there. How are you?
Good.
Doing great. You haven't had the opportunity to speak a whole lot, so that way you're going to be the game show person. All right. You're going to display the prizes on this edition. We got a
Well,
special.
Johnny, what did she get on door number 3?
Yeah. We're not quite there yet.
We're not yet.
We're almost to door number 3. Hold on, we're still on door number 1. All right, we got to talk about what we're doing here. Okay, so we got a little game we're going to play. And what is the game, Johnny?
We're gonna
Johnny, tell us what the game is.
So basically, what we're gonna do is we're gonna play a little game, and it's called. If you could reboot a movie.
Reboot.
Reboot the movie.
Okay.
What any movie, and what would you reboot, and who would be the 3 stars?
Okay, so give us. Let's start out here. Give us. You open up the game for us. Go ahead.
I'm gonna go.
Right, what movie are you gonna select first?
I'm gonna go with The Great Outdoors because I love that movie, and I think the John Candy was great.
Great Outdoors.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll go ahead and pull up the.
But you got 3 new actors. Got to change it up.
Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, Dan Aykroyd in that one. You had all kinds of people, but there's you could fill in. You could redo that film. You could do a lot of different ones.
The Great Outdoors, 1988. A Chicago man's hope for a peaceful family vacation in the woods is shattered when the annoying in-laws drop in. Director. Oh, is it just the stars? So Dan Aykroyd, John Candy. See full cast. Yes, please. Annette Bening was in there. All right, so Dan Aykroyd, John Candy, Annette Bening. Are you going to take those 3?
Let's see. My first pick would be like Zach Galifianakis for a John Candy's type character.
Okay, I don't know. Zach Galifianakis, yeah, maybe so.
He
John,
he could be funny.
that's a good. You know who I thought you
Jonah
said?
Hill,
like
maybe?
Zach Braniff or something.
No, you got to
I
go
thought
with the most
Zach Galifianakis.
hard to say last name. Zach Galifianakis.
Yeah.
Because it just
okay. So that's good for the John Kerry.
John Candy character.
John Candy.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
John Kerry.
No, John Kerry is the guy that married the ketchup lady.
Didn't he run for
office?
office?
Founded upon ketchup. That's extremely why he was there. He had
Oh,
a
the
big
Heinz.
face, and he looked like he looks like the makeup off version of the Munster guy.
Okay.
Like he had a very long horse face.
All right,
But
so you
good,
filled.
love him.
You
him.
filled
Great guy.
Chet Ripley. You've ripped on John Kerry. So far, so that's good. That's extra points there, I guess. All right, and what else you got? Dan Aykroyd. Who you
his
putting in
character,
there?
You could do someone like Rob Lowe maybe, kind of like a condescending.
No, I don't know.
John Stamos.
No.
No.
You know, what about somebody like Nick Kroll?
Ooh.
But he could be a good kind of a straight character. Or I would say it's a guy from The Office. Wow. He must hate that. What's his real name? He does so much real acting. I'm like, the guy from The Office. Wow. It's not Stephen Colbert.
Kevin Spacey? Go for a serious
guy?
guy?
Oh, Kevin Spacey.
Maybe.
Okay, maybe.
He's great.
He's done funny stuff. And Kevin Kline.
He does a good walk-in.
Yeah. Okay, but that's same in...
I was surprised Kevin Spacey had it in him. He's great.
All right, so is that your final? Are we like? I feel like.
And then there's a third.
We're 2 old ladies at a produce store right now. Come on,
know. We gotta.
Oh yes.
Hey, you.
Okay. You lose.
I lose.
You fucking,
can we
lose.
Can we get someone to call in?
What? You wanted to? Okay.
Can someone call in?
Well, we went for
caller.
Who are you gonna call?
Well, that's sad. One of the Ghostbusters is missing, and
No.
I didn't like the new one.
Oh, I said something that offended you.
No, I don't like the new Ghostbusters. I mean, I think the CGI was great, but I didn't think it was that good of a film. We're gonna get someone on the line. We're gonna freshen it up. We're gonna bring it. We're gonna drop it like it's hot. Think of calling City Walk.
Hello. Who's this?
Hello?
Hello?
Oh, yes, hello.
Huh. So if you could pick any movie to reboot, what would it be? And who would be the main star?
Okay, it sounded like everything is feeding back, like I'm in the same room as you. So can you fix that on your end?
Could you?
Okay, I think we got it fixed.
All right.
I want to play this game. Wizard of Oz, Drew Carey.
Oh my!
Is the pumpkin. I want to bring back Bernie Mac for the lion, and who's the Tin Man? Oh, Jim Carrey, the Tin Man.
I'm all oily. I require.
Okay, thank you. All right. Get rid of that. Okay, I don't know why
can do a new game,
we
whatever
just
you
came
wanna do.
back. Okay, well that's
Whatever you want to do.
You won the game. All right.
All right. So
That was our after hours. Thank you.
State of the world.
Oh, now you're going to the state of the world.
You want to talk about something?
Do you
Or
want to talk?
You want me to go
Well,
away?
what do you think's going on in the world? Is that do
There's
you want to talk
a lot of
about?
bad stuff. You know, it's crazy. You know, like crazy weather and all kinds of stuff. You know, horrible things are happening, and we can only hope that things are getting better.
Well, people all the time say end time stuff and all this, and I don't know if it's that easy to see. Is that kind of the way the world always is because we have more ability to see different stuff? Like we wouldn't know 30 years ago there was a earthquake in China until like maybe days later. At least 20 years ago, like we wouldn't know as instantaneously as we know today. So is it more of
there's so much
sense
video
of saying
everything
that it's happening, or is it like we can see it more so we think it's happening? Does it always kind of happen?
Does it feel? So you're saying it feels worse because it's so instantaneously broadcast and it's just out there so fast that we now we see the darker part faster.
Yeah, I mean, is that a part of it?
Yeah. Totally. Technology is either going to make us lazier or more aware of global cooking. I mean, global warming's fake news. I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah. But point is, there's
all
a lot
this stuff though with so I guess for a lot of people, something they didn't really care about growing up, like politics and shit, you know.
You said a naughty word.
Well, you know what I mean. It's after hours. It's okay. It's almost
it's almost at prime
9
time.
o'clock.
That means
there you go. It's okay.
Ooh,
all right. So we can say that. But I guess what I'm saying is, does it really, culminate up into it's the end times? Just because we can see it and we know it, or did this kind of stuff always happen and we would just kind of catch wind of it later because of the tragedy in our own area?
I go with a lot of science and stuff, and it just, it just seems like every, it does feel a little hotter here and there, but I mean, it's, we're going to get, but this summer especially, there's so many hurricanes.
Well, I think they kind of predicted that this year was going to be, full of incidents, bad weather and stuff. And
Texas,
you even see,
so we had Harvey, you had Irma, and then Nate is the new one attacking Mississippi currently.
Yeah.
So that's going on.
Yeah,
and
there's
then
a new
Puerto Rico just got
Olivia
hammered.
or whatever out in the Ophelia. What is it? There's another. So there's been 10 names hurricanes this season.
Right.
And to a lot of us, I guess people forget that hurricane season typically ends November 2nd. And I guess the true test of it is if we get some crazy monster hurricane before the end of the year, that's kind of a sign that things are really off their schedule.
Right. So that if it would go, if we're all having turkey and all of a sudden grandma's floating on furniture that needs to be floatable now. Well, because Mississippi does sell floatable furniture. It's all styrofoam. It's really smart.
What?
No, they have styrofoam furniture. You don't. Yeah, FEMA has been putting this stuff out for years.
What? Okay.
Oh, come on.
I call you on that.
All right, full of bulla. Okay.
Guys, you burger.
Who is that?
That's the Reverend.
Oh, that's awesome. He recorded that himself.
You're listening to the JB Rev Show. Our friend John Jennings in the studio hanging out. Thank you for doing that. A little extended set game show edition there at the end. So thanks for sticking with us through all that.
JB Rev Show.
All right, we're going to wrap it up.
JB Rev Show.
Is that a dog in the back?
No, that's
a real dog?
I think it's me.
JB Rev Show. We'll be right back.
No, actually, we're not going to be right back. We're closing it out. Who's that?
We're done. Is there someone calling?
Big Disco Biscuit.
No. Anyway, appreciate you joining with us at WJBWnetworks.com. Anything closing over there, Mr. Laugh-A-Lot, Sir Laugh-A-Lot?
Just be excellent to each other.
Yeah, take care of each other.
Just be cool.
That's
like,
a good thing to
just
say.
Be real. Just regardless of stupid cultural differences, just be cool to each other.
Find a way to make it work, because that's the real future. Is everybody
open the door? You know, you go to the post office, wherever. Just be cool.
Yeah.
Don't be
be carrying that anger and hatred about stuff you can't control all around with you.
Prayer of serenity.
Okay.
Right. That wasn't. Right. That was supposed to be deep, dude.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It was supposed to be so deep.
I'm sorry.
I was trying to be like deep and cool. All right. Like, I'm 30 now. I'm allowed to be a little more.
You got to be grown up,
deeper and intellectual.
Well, good. Well, we'll definitely hear more from you. John Jennings will be back on the program down the line here. So I appreciate you sitting in for the Reverend. You rock. And Trisha, wonderful to meet you. Thank you. You're awesome. Oh, I cut her mic. All right. Well, anyway, let's go to some Magic Mike. We'll bust the hell out of here. Thanks again. Dig it.
Whoop, whoop.
WJBW.
You don't want the electronics are so predominant that people would really prefer that.